So after you have created your composition, you need to save the project. To do that, you can go to save or command S. You can give a name. Project. So now you can see your composition here. Now let's take a look at this toolbar. There are a couple of tools here. Selection tool to select, hand tool to move around, and there is the magnifying tool, zoom tool to zoom in. You can reset it here. Also down here you can see this options. You can hit the title action save if you are typing in something. You can click on this again to disable this. There is like grid. So this is the resolution. So if you have a slow computer, you can bring down the resolution at what you view. Now to start doing something to create, you have to go to down here in the timeline or the composition. You can right click new solid. Here you are creating a solid and you can give a color to this. So you can click on this and select any color. So let me choose a color. So now you have created this colored solid and it is a background. So the next thing is you want to create a shape. There is this tool here. You can create different shapes. This is the rotation tool. So if you need to rotate something, so just click and drag on this. You can hit Command C to undo. So this is the pen tool, which we'll be looking at later. The type tool to type in something. So these are advanced tools, so we'll just leave it for later. So make sure that you have not selected anything here, and then click on this button, ellipse tool, to draw a circle. So you just drag and drop this. If you need a even circle, you need to hold down shift, so it will become an even circle. So I have drawn a red circle. You can go and click on this fill and then change this again to any color. You can drag this slider to choose different colors. So down here, this is the layers. So each thing you have drawn is a layer. So whatever is on top will appear. So in case you put this underneath this, now this has gone behind this background layer. If you put this up, it will appear on top of this. So you have the shape layer and the background layer. Now let's take a look at the properties. So if you click on this icon here, this arrow, you can toggle down the different options. There's the transform properties. So every object, every layer will have this. So you can look at this anchor point, the position. So if you change this, you're changing the position of that background layer. You can hit Command Z to undo everything. You can change the scale, the rotation of this. So if you change the scale, and you can rotate this like this. The opacity, Now there's something called as a keyframe. So you can see this stopwatch icon here. So if you need to change something over time, that is called keyframing. So to add a keyframe, just click on this stopwatch icon and it will add a keyframe here. So this is the keyframe. So in 4 seconds, if you need to change something, you need to change the position of this to here. Now you have changed that. So there is a keyframe here. So this is changing from this value to this value. So animating over this time. So if you play this, you can see this is changing over time. So that is called as keyframing. To remove this keyframe, you can click on this stopwatch again and it will be removed. So you can change any parameter over time using the keyframes. So again, for the shape layer, if you hold on this, you can see this condense, and there is a different values for this. This is like advanced. You can change the values of this also. You have lot of values here. So that is advanced. Again, this has a transform properties. If you select a layer and try to draw something using the shape tool, it will be a mask. So you have created a mask for this layer. So you can hold on the mask and it will have different properties again, like, and you can change this over time using keyframing. So it has the mask feather, it has the opacity, the expansion. So you are simply drawing a mask over this layer. To delete a mask, you can click on this mask and just hit delete. Now that is deleted.